including the Sierra Club, Friends of the Wildlife Corridor, Frontier Audubon Society, and all of those organizations, as well as myself, are absolutely and unutterably opposed to the border wall. And the border wall is a bad idea on numerous counts. When they have to make emergency flood releases from Falcon Dam, this area is underwater. And when you put a wildlife refuge underwater, the wildlife has to be able to get out. And with a wall like this, nothing gets out. So the refuge that was created to preserve, to protect, to sustain wildlife will become a death trap. And that's exactly what this wall is. There is no design worse for wildlife than what we're looking at here.
Several hundreds of species of birds and even our endangered ocelots would lose their homes. And as well, we would lose one of our crown jewels here in the valley for nature. That's like a must go to stops.
Among the things that the refuge, there's Santa Ana, but then there's also close to 100 other wildlife tracks along the river. And collectively, those protect many endangered, threatened, and rare species of animals and plants. And it's estimated that 5% of the valley's original native cover is left. And people argue about whether it's 5% or 3%, but it's a tiny, tiny fraction.
Well, the economic implications are pretty far-reaching. If you stop and think about it, for McAllen itself, it's over $1 billion in retail sales every year for Mexican nationals. Then you also look at the economic impact in terms of investments and also new businesses that come out of Mexico. So Mexico plays a big part in our local economy. And so anytime you see policies coming out of Washington or coming out of Austin or coming out of Mexico City that can impact the flow of trade and opportunities, it always catches our attention. So the comments about, or the idea of building the border wall sends a wrong message to Mexico. It has a image issue in terms of how Mexican nationals perceive the United States. And then eventually what happens is they begin to shift their shopping patterns and their buying habits. Instead of coming here, they keep it and spend their money locally in their local economy.
It's devastating. There's so many people that come into this country wanting just a better lives, not even for themselves, but for their children. That's why these parents come and bring their children here, to give them opportunities and a safe place to be.
I always thought that I had some right to a better life. In Mexico, the economic situation is very difficult. And very difficult to have enough money for all the things that your children need. My children were studying in the university. I didn't have any work. And I wanted them to finish studying. I didn't want that they would have to drop out of school. So I was told that I could get work here and it would allow me to keep paying for them to be in school, so that helped me make the decision. But it's very difficult to leave your country They have your family, friends, a way of life, and come to something unknown, the language and other people.
¿Y cómo te gusta tu vida aquí en los Estados Unidos?
A mí mi vida aquí es perfecta.
My life here is perfect.
Tengo trabajo
I have work,
y tengo una calidad de vida
and I have a
buena,
quality of life,
y siempre he pensado que es mi paraíso.
and I've always thought that this is my paradise.
Well, there was a great quote from a young person that I read. It said, your generation builds walls. My generation is going to tear them down.